You know, people ask me how often to stretch, or how often do I stretch? And to be honest, I stretch throughout the entire day. That's my answer. Anytime when I feel tightness, I'm stretching. And the way I see it is there's no reason to hold on to tension if we have the opportunity to get rid of it. You know, and stretching isn't anything fancy. You literally are just stretching out your body. But you just gotta do it. You can't leave your body constantly staying tense. That's the key. And don't worry about like how far you can go. If you're looking at me, you're like, man, you can go all the way to the ground. You know what? Just 10 minutes ago, I couldn't do this. I was only to about right here. You know, about right here, and it was like so tight. This is about where I stayed, but right here. But I've been stretching for the last 10 minutes already, and now my body's letting go a lot more. It's a lot more relaxed. Now I can come down here and just relax. And that's the thing, man. It's just progression. You know, you just got to go ahead and do it. It's so important to go and get your stretching in. You got to let go of tension. You got to keep those muscles elongated. You got to like get the body to relax. When our body can relax and it can let go of this tension, we have better blood flow and oxygen flow. Our energy meridians are open and so needed. When we let go of tension, we let go of stress. We let go of all these negative emotions because it's trapped in the body and it stays in areas of our body that's tense. So you're constantly needing to let it go. And if you are constantly stressed, then you want to stretch more. You know? There's no point to leave it in the body. Let it go. One of the best ways to do it, simplest way, is just stretch. And, you know, don't tell me you got no time. Everybody's got 24 hours in a day. And stretching doesn't take very long. You know, stretch for 5 minutes. 10 minutes. We think about what we do with our time, you know? Why is it that everybody's got the same amount of time, but some people do a lot with it? They can get all this stuff in. And the other people complain that they don't have time. But yet everybody's working with the same amount of time. What I do, I stretch wherever I go. Wherever I'm at, doesn't matter. Like I was on the train just yesterday, I was stretching. You know, I don't care. I've got full-blown jacket and beanie and luggage. I still sit there and I stretch. My back felt tight, so then I just stretch. You know, I don't need an excuse. I don't need to be in the studio. I don't need to be working out. I don't need to be doing any of it. I simply just stretch anytime I want. Anytime I feel tension, just get it done. You know? And when I don't have the opportunity to go ahead and lay down like this, you know, I'll just stand up and stretch. Some of the most basic things. Like for example, if you wanted to go ahead and you're standing up, you know, because you may not have the opportunity to sprawl out like that. Wow, my body feels so good right now because I'm so much more relaxed. If I'm standing there, this is what I do a lot of times. I come down and I just drop down like this so I can relax my lower back. You know, and again, it's not about how far you can go, you know, it's just about stretching the areas that are tight. I'm stretching my hamstrings, stretching my back. And for me, I come down, you know. And then from here, a lot of times what I like to do, put my hands behind my back. Open up my chest. And stretch my upper back. I lean back. And then I just lean forward. And you know, this is nothing fancy. Here I'm stretching my hamstrings, I'm stretching more my back, my upper back, my shoulders, my chest. And then I come up. And now, put my hands up in the air, stretching more of my lats now. I come back again. And then I just come to the side. And now I'm stretching all the side, you know? We hold so much tension in our body. And I stretch the other side. And sometimes I like to also do this. I like to reach forward because this way we stretch this whole area in the back. if we sit down a lot, hold a lot of tension in the back. So then for the legs, a lot of times what I like to do, I like to stand like this. And this is all stretches that you don't have to get up on the ground. I like to stand like this. I can open up my thighs. You know, like if for me, this is not, it's not very tight, but if this is tight for you, you can stay right here. What I do from here, hey Brownie, is I come down and then I try to reach the ground with my head. And so doing this, now I'm stretching my hips, my inner thighs. And then also I stand up, I open my legs out a little bit, and I come back down again. Now I stretch my hamstrings and inner thighs. I come onto the side. You know, and I haven't even sat down yet. And you can do all kinds of stretches. The main point I'm getting at is do it throughout the day. You don't need permission to just do stretching. Stretching is like one of the most fundamental and basic things that we can do. For me, it's like walking. It's like you don't need permission to go and walk. Why do you need permission to stretch? You know? Why can't you just go ahead and just do what your body wants? You know, it feels good to stretch every time. But when people get so used to not taking care of their body, that it has to be some type of special event. They have to go ahead and make it like a New Year's resolution or something. But why not just make it to where it's something that you actually give a shit about? You know, I think one of the reasons why is because it's really hard to get the body to go ahead and feel like doing it. You don't feel like doing it. The body doesn't feel good. It's like a double-edged sword. If your body feels good, then you want to do more of stuff like this. But if your body doesn't want to feel good, doesn't feel good, you don't want to use it. You just want to go ahead and just lay around. This is a double-edged sword. So sometimes at the beginning, you just gotta give yourself a kick in the butt. And just why I say, just start off small. A few minutes every day, you know? And just work your way up. It doesn't matter. One repetition of an exercise is one repetition. One stretch is one stretch. It's not equivalent to nothing. You keep going like that. Do a little bit at a time, whatever you can do, whatever's comfortable. And then it becomes normal. Really all it is just building a habit, you know? Build a habit in stretching. Build a habit in stretching throughout the day. Build a habit and just letting go of like tension. We make it such a habit to hold on to tension because we don't realize the costs, like the effects. The tension is so bad for our body. And that's what keeps our fight or flight response, nervous system constantly firing because our bodies are constantly tense. But when we learn to relax, and we learn to let go in our body and stay really loose, now we can turn on the parasympathetic nervous system. And then we can go ahead and actually have our body become calm. And when our body becomes calm, then our mind is not so flustered. When our body is like agitated and our body's like really tense, our mind thinks in the same way. It's a direct correlation. You know, don't think that just because your body doesn't feel good, that just as long as your mind is thinking happy, it doesn't work that way. Start paying attention. Start to bring awareness to the thoughts and start to see that when you are thinking of worries, when you're thinking of problems, when you're blaming things, when you're complaining and all this stuff, how does your body feel at that time? And if you were to just pay attention, then you will find, oh crap, the body feels a little tight, feels a little stiff, feels a little blocked, feels a little sluggish. But then at the same time, change the way your body feels. Change the way your body feels and lift up the energy and see how your thoughts change, and to see how your perception and everything you do changes.